Notts County talk. It's finished. Yeovil 2, Notts County 2. To be fair, I'm gutted we haven't come away with 3 points. I can't believe I'm saying that with sort of 10 minutes to go, 15 minutes to go, but I'm gutted. Kyle Wootton has to put that chance away at the end of the game. Jimmy Knowles, fantastic work down the side, and he's just thinking, just don't hit it into the ground, just side foot it in, and Notts have gone away with the most unlikely 3 points you'll see in years. But, it's another draw away from home. It masks what was, again, lack of ideas, lack of quality. We start with 5 at the back, 3 centre-backs, and all of a sudden, half-time comes and it's that pull, we've switched to 4 at the back. I thought the idea now that we was going to persist with that 5 at the back. I know he likes to change things, but what's the idea? Was that 5 at the back a panic stations thing, sort of when results weren't going well, and now they weren't going well in that first half, we've switched back to the 4? I don't know. Why are we allowing teams a head start? Why are we relying on worldies to get goals? I mean, those last 15 minutes, why can't we play like that all game? There has to be this urgency. It happened against Bournemouth, had to go behind to actually start playing. It happened against Kings Lynn, had to go behind to start playing. And in any division, you give teams head starts, you're not going to come out with many wins, and we've seen that against the teams I've just mentioned. There's another fight back from the team. It is showing positive signs that they are willing to do this fight back. They are willing to play like that. But at the same time, I just feel this is a season where I don't want to get to the end of it and thinking, if only we'd done that, or if only we'd done this. I just feel like a lot of other teams that are fighting at the top would have got that fantastic result on the reverse fixture to Yeovil on Saturday and just kicked on from there, and not to just drop down a gear again. Yes, they've gone away from home. Yes, we've got a point away from home. And if for the rest of the season we were to win our home and draw our away, then we would be challenging right up there with Sutton if we continued it. But, every team above us has won. Hartlepool, Stockport, Sutton, Torquay, Wrexham haven't played. But I think now, with, I think it's 45 points left to play for, we're 14 behind Sutton. It's a massive task now. It's too much to chase them down unless they absolutely just fall off and implode. It's looking like we're going to have to get that playoffs, and those second and third spot, especially when you've got teams like Wrexham, Hartlepool, Sutton and Torquay going into potentially in the playoffs. It's so important we don't have that extra game, because at the end of the day it's a lottery. I feel disappointed, as I've said, but at the same time, we've got a result from absolutely nowhere again. It just shows, I feel like we're just hanging on. We're just hanging on now, and we go to Hornchurch in the FA Trophy. They come to us in the FA Trophy, looking to get in a final at Wembley. And I don't know. I'm looking at any positives now. Maybe there'll be players out thinking, I want to play at Wembley. And if we manage to get there, if we beat them at the weekend, that those players will just, fight and just want to be in a side that will lead them out in front of fans. We're 99% sure will happen at Wembley. So we've just got to look ahead to the next game and keep ticking them off. There's no time to dwell on results. I actually did think the first 25 minutes not look the same as they did against Yeovil at home. I do genuinely think we were fantastic, and then for our captain to do that at the edge of his own box with the experience he's got, to try and do a little skill or take it under control, was unacceptable, and we never recovered from that. I mean, it's going to take... We've got no margin for error, and there's no leeway to make these mistakes. So, we've got to book our ideas up really quickly. I do still think we'll make the playoffs. It's just a question of if it will be second or third. So if I was doing this and Notts hadn't scored those 2 goals, it would have been a very, very, very negative instant reaction. But I can't say we've not shown fight, and it's frustrating how we have to go behind for it to happen. But again, it's points on the board, and those spots we've just got to make it. We've got to get there, and we're not too far behind other teams with games in hand.